for me, travelling the outback, it's not just about the big days behind the wheel and the red dust. It's often about the journey and the destination at the end of it.
Yeah, definitely, mate. But if you ever get yourself out to Broken Hill, you've got to check out LD Station.
Yeah, LD is one of those places that I wanted to go to for a long time. I'd seen it in all the magazines, I've read about it for years, and this year was the first time I'd actually had the opportunity to get there, and I'm so glad that I did.
LD Station is located about 40 minutes from Broken Hill. Unless, of course, you stop over at the Silverton pub on the way for a few drinks, then it's probably more like a couple of hours. LD is a working sheep station year-round, but they're also open to four-wheel drivers and campers to come and explore. So after picking up some mud maps, it was time to hit the dirt.
You know, I reckon this is as good a time as any there down just before we hit the hills. Having a bit of a look around, I reckon 18 PSI is going to be the go. Well, it'll certainly be my starting point for the day. And if I need to readjust later on, I will. What I am excited about is seeing how these new tyres go. These are the new KM3s from BF, and they're quite a bit different to the old ones. Really quiet on the road, tread pattern's quite a bit different, and they tell me that the compound is different as well. It's actually a little bit softer, and that's where a lot of the grip's going to come from. I'll tell you what, we're going to find out today. Alright guys, just dropping into this first creek bed. She's pretty soft.
And I'm pretty heavy, so let's see how it goes.
You guys have got it. You'll be right.
Tell you what, though, it's pretty cool being able to come down through here, through the riverbed.
It's hard to believe that sand gets corrugated, eh?
It is a little bit, and I think Jamie and I might feel those corrugations a little bit more than you in the range there.
I can't hear what you're saying.
It's hard to travel with these two, I tell you. You might have noticed that I've elected to bring the trailer along on this trail, and really the trail is fairly well suited to trailers if they're built specifically for off-road work, because there are some pretty rugged sections. The reason I've decided to bring it along is just in case we find a really awesome campsite somewhere along here. Saves me going back into the homestead to pick it up. And secondly, I just love the extra challenge that you get from towing a trailer through this low range stuff. I reckon it's a heap of fun.
This creek bed is dry, rocky and sandy, but there are still a few little patches of wet along the way. The mud map follows the creek for a few k's before turning sharply up a challenging bit of track. This could be a bit of fun.
Lovely. Yeah, baby.
Good, nice and slow, which is a new concept for me. And we are up. Nice and easy. The old girl still got it.
Oh, we've got a tricky little bit just here, right on a turn. And easy as we go, and that's how we do it. Climbing up. And it's just a lot of fun. Oh wow, how spectacular is the view up here.
Our country has some stunning landscapes, but the outback regularly takes my breath away. This drive on LD has it all. Rocky and sandy creek beds, ridge lines with massive views, and last but not least, some pioneering history.
You know, it never lets you down when you get to these old ruins and places like that. The glass shattered around the place and the colours of it, you just don't see those colours anymore. And the shapes and all that sort of thing. It's just amazing, and that's what I love when I come to the old ruins. And especially what else, and then you just sit there, you look around and you imagine what actually happened here. Nah, it's great.
The Mundi Mundi ruins were pretty special, but there's one thing you simply can't come to LD and not do, and that's take in a sunset over the Mundi Mundi Plains. And if you love a bit of a challenge like us, make sure you ask Stephen to point you in the direction of the Big Hill.
Well, it's no surprise to anyone who's been watching the show for a few years, I am an absolute sucker for an outback sunset. Alright guys, you ready for a pretty special sunset? They don't get much better than Outback New South Wales in my opinion.
No, I'd have to agree with you there, Rico. We've seen some pretty special ones in the outback and they never cease to amaze me.
Well, the way the sky's looking, it's looking pretty epic.
What a great track too. This place is just full of awesome spots, isn't it?
What a way to end the day. A nice little hill climb, and look out there, a cracking sunset. Can't wait. How good is this place? You've got to get yourself down here to Aldi Station. What do you reckon, you guys?
Top of the world.
Doesn't get any better than this.